Welcome, in front of me is an iPhone 12 Pro, and today I'll show you how to go through the setup of the device. So when you boot it up for the first time, you'll be presented with, well, this screen right over here. So all kinds of different languages, hello. So let's just swipe up as it instructs us, and from there choose our language. I'm gonna go with English, and the moment you tap on it, it immediately goes to the next page to select region. Now, I'm not going to be bothering with it, so I'm going to select the one that it suggests. And from there we have quick start, so set up manually. Let's just tap on it, and written and spoken language. We can tap on it to change it, but it looks okay. So I'm going to go to continue. Then we have the option to log in to sign into our Wi-Fi. Now I believe we can skip it. Or not, apparently we cannot. So let's just connect to Wi-Fi. As you can see, once it signs in, it goes to the next page and gives us a message that this will probably take a couple minutes, so simply we have to wait. And from there, data and privacy. So you can tap on learn more to get more information about it, or just tap on continue to progress further. And next page we have Face ID, so we can set up Face ID, or we can just completely skip this step. So I'm gonna go with setup later in settings, as well as skipping this. Now if you choose to go with Face ID, you will have to create a passcode. They just cannot go without it. I'm gonna go with don't use passcode, and there we go. And once you either set it up or skip it like I did, you will then be taken to this page, so apps and data, and from here you can basically transfer data from an older device. And that can be done either from a backup that is on your computer, that'll be either Windows or Mac, from an iCloud backup, from an old iPhone, or from an even Android device, or simply set it up as new. And then next page, Apple ID. So here you can obviously log into your iCloud. You can also create it if you don't have it, or also skip it if you don't want to log in by tapping on, forgot password, and then set up later in settings and don't use. And that will take us to terms and conditions. So from here, tap on I agree. Now obviously, probably it's recommended for you to read it first, but at the end of the day, you do have to agree to it to finish up the setup. Keep your iPhone up to date. Let's continue. iMessages and FaceTime. Now this will work assuming you're logged into iCloud. So I'm gonna go with not now. Location services, so you can enable them or disable. Yep. And from there, screen time. Just general information about on screen time. Set up later in settings. That's what I'm gonna go with. Now obviously you can keep reading exactly what it does, and if you want it, you can choose a different option than I am. I'm just not really bothered with most of these things. iPhone analytics, again, don't really care, especially that it just kind of shares it to Apple. True tone display. Now this is something that might interest you, so it just changes the way the display looks like. So you can tap on it or hold it to see how it looks like without the true tone. And as you can see, it's a drastic difference. Now the bluish color is basically how majority of the Android devices look like. Maybe not to this extent, but it's close enough. While the true tone is a little bit less harsh on the eyes, and it takes a couple minutes to adjust to it because it is kind of different from a normal Android. But again, this is primarily just a which one you prefer. Honestly, I prefer the more yellowish tone. It's just a little bit more pleasant to the eye. So let's tap on continue. Then appearance, dark or light, completely up to you. You can just kind of switch between them if you wanted to see. I'm gonna go with light. Then we have the zoom. This is for like applications. As you can see, notifications, basically everything on the display will be bigger. So if you want it bigger, just choose the zoom. If you don't, go with the standard one. And welcome to iPhone, so let's swipe up to gain access to home screen. And there we go. So, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.